Here we go. We're back in the same area before. We're going to continue with a little bit more advanced controls on things. This probably, I think it's the first time we're going to go into this and you're going to see where this menu is. But if you look in the lower right hand corner, most of these menu options, you'll see a little corner arrow kind of a vibe. So what we're going to do is let's go ahead and select something. Select generations and go into that little corner arrow. That gives us a little bit more control that we can sit and play with multiple things at one time. Small caps, double strike through, superscript, all kinds of things. So basically you got all your fonts that you were looking at before, got your font colors, got your underline style. So you want a double underline instead of single underline. Doesn't make much sense to do, but it's there. Let's go into another option. Underline color. You want the underline to be orange. Great. You can do an underline orange. See what I'm doing here? Messing with all those pieces on it. Let's go back to that advanced menu again. All caps, hidden stuff, and everything. There's all your font sizes you looked at before, your colors, strike through, double strike through, super and sub. That's where I showed you the MTB thing earlier. And advanced. This is where you can get very strange with things. Let me show you a good example. I'm going to grab this whole paragraph and say I want it to look just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. I can add the spacing and make it crazy big. That looks crazy big. But again, I'm in that advanced menu in the lower corner. But let's say we just want to scale it just up a little bit bigger. It's going to make your paper look a little bit larger for your teacher. They're going to be happier with it. And it's a little bit more spread out. I think they might notice that. But again, it's something you could do in Microsoft Word. Spacing in between them, expanded spacing in between the letters. It looks terrible, but you can do it. You can do a spacing specific for exact points. And font covers and space. So a little bit about the advanced menu. We're not going to mess with this open type face stuff, but yes, it gives you a little bit more control over what's all in there and what you can do with things all at one time, but you do have to hit OK. Text effects. Let's look at this text effects thing. Text fill. If you want to take a word and fill it with a gradient, oh my gosh, I've not messed with this in part of the menu before. Burger's learning something new. And you want to mess with it. There, the text has now got a gradient built into it. I'm going to undo that because that looks terrible. Let's take a big word and mess with it. Rewind. We're going to take this and make this a very large font. We're going to make it nice and bold. Now we're going to go inside. We're going to go inside to it and go into the text effects menu, which, as I told you before, I didn't know was here. We can do a solid line around it. There's a line around the edges of that word in another color. That's kind of cool. Let's go back in there again and go back into text effects, and let's fill the thing with a gradient. And we'll make some cool colors out of it. Let's go with this blue. And let's make it a little bit transparent and make it super bright. There we go. That's kind of like some of the same stuff that we were playing with up here in the word art area before, but manual control over different sections of it. So a little bit more about the font menu, the advanced portion of the font menu. Enjoy.